Good morning. Today is December 15th. First day of radiation. Here with my wife. She's going to be taking a trip with me out into the city. For those of you guys who don't know, last April I was diagnosed with stage 3C colon cancer. It was a pretty aggressive form that didn't respond to chemotherapy. We had a couple of close calls, I guess one would say. Thankfully now I'm on an immunotherapy treatment that works. It seems to have been fighting back the tumor to the last year. Unfortunately, the doctors were only able to remove I wouldn't say a small chunk, they removed about a grapefruit size tumor that was right around here, and it was starting to kind of grow up into this area. So it was here, it was growing up here, and it kind of ruptured in this area, and it started attaching to my small intestine. So unfortunately they took out what they were able to take out, and they left a piece in that didn't respond to chemotherapy. Along blah 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 something battles, losing battles, winning wars, and here we are. So I'm gonna finish getting dressed here because obviously I cannot button my shirt, and I will, I don't know, record while I'm on the way. Obviously I'm super nervous. I went last week to get the tattoo markings on my body for where they're gonna be positioning the machine. I don't know, I've been in my head a lot past couple of weeks regarding this whole, surgery thing. The doctors couldn't finish the job last year. Now they want to go in and finish the job, as they say. So, and I'm with a whole new surgical team. The team that worked on me to get the first part out is not going to be a part of this new journey. So yeah, I'll record some more when we get closer. Hope everybody's well, and see you later. Well, we're on the bus now on our way to Jamaica Station. Thankfully there's a bus stop right across the street from our house, and the bus takes us right to the train that takes us literally 2 blocks away from the hospital. So an otherwise 2-hour trip one way could just be 41 minutes to an hour, the other way. Had a nice breakfast. Well, it depends on what you define nice. For me, it's two bowls of Captain Crunch. My wife's running on coffee, so I got the book bag full of apple juice and vanilla cookies. And yeah, again, hope everybody's doing well, and we'll catch up with you guys when we get closer to the hospital. Peace. Alright, well, I am gowned up, just waiting for them to come pick me up and go back into the Chernobyl room. Hopefully they don't forget to press the AZ5 key, right? That was the button that blew everything up in the show?
I'm not sure.
I wouldn't say show, it happened in real life. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Well, I just finished my first radiation session right now. It was painless. A little uncomfortable. I want to say painless. I got really bad shoulders. Really hurts, so I'm just grabbing my clothes. And, I gotta come back tomorrow and then again on Friday. Thankfully, it doesn't seem, I don't want to, I just don't want to say anything before, anything really happens, but it looks like today's session went off without a hitch. I'll probably be talking a little bit more about everything when I get home. I'm just getting all my clothes out of the locker, making sure I'm all good to go. So, thank you guys for, you guys want to actually see real quick before I change again. This is the surgery scar, and they kind of like mark your body where they calibrate it, where they calibrate the machine. So yeah, it was pretty quick. We went in, you know, obviously I had put on this gown. After that, they walk you into a room, you lay down, they take a couple of x-rays or CT scans or whatever. That kind of lets them know where they're supposed to zap you. And, oh yeah, you know what, let me just finish getting dressed. I'll hit you guys up and I'll let you guys know everything later, alright? Take it easy.
From the scan that we did the other day, if I sliced you this way, okay, so your head is going to be up there, your legs are here. This is right through the middle, right through your torso.
And that's the mass?
These white things, yep, these white things are your ribs. You're looking at us. So this is your left side, this is your right side.
Okay.
These are your ribs, that's the very bottom of your lungs, that's the bottom of your heart. This big thing is your liver. That's your stomach. There's white in it because you drank the contrast. This is the duodenal stent right here. That's the other part of it. It goes like this. You don't see the whole thing, but it's going like that. This is the mass area right here.
Okay.
Those are some of those white things.
Yeah.
Are the clips that were in there from previous surgery, which were perfect because that's exactly what I used during the treatment to make sure every time we turned that beam on, I took an image to make sure those little clips were in the right spot when we turned the beam on. So we made sure we were hitting the right spot. And you did a fabulous job with the breathing, everything. It was a great treatment. You did really, really well.
Oh, good.
I'll show you one more image of this. Now this is you sliced this way. You're sliced right like a slice of bread. You're lying on your back. Your legs are coming out toward us. Your head's going into the screen. We're just slicing you down this way. When we came here, this is right through your abdomen. Those are your kidneys. This is your spine. That's your spinal cord right in that area.
Okay.
This is that duodenal stent that's going through the intestine. This is the very tip of your liver, and that's the tumor area. That's one slice through the tumor area. Okay. Now these lines that are around us, the yellow line is outlining where the tumor area is, and then these other lines are the radiation dose. So here, I'll show you. So all of these lines correlate with
the different types
the different doses, the different dose of the radiation. So it's kind of like if you were looking at a map of a mountain range, and each line, like those, topographical maps where each line represents the elevation. That's sort of like this. So this is the top of the mountain, you're getting the highest dose here, and then the dose drops off very rapidly. So by this orange line, you're getting a very low dose, and by the blue line, it's very, very low dose. So we're trying to minimize dose to the rest of the intestines. This is your large intestine, this is your small intestine. Most likely that part of the small intestine will come out when Dr. Cohen goes in there.
Yeah, he was saying that he was going to eventually remove all the stents and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're doing. So we're hoping we can make sure, like, really the main part I was concerned about is not so much by the duodenum, but it's a little bit higher up, right up here, which is where we're getting a little bit closer to the pancreas and some of the blood vessels. So that's where I really want to do. But we're treating the whole thing, so hopefully it'll shrink it down, and by 6 weeks from now, it'll make it easier for him to get it out.
I noticed that there wasn't, you had mentioned that there was a possibility you might have to take chemo with this. Is it just,
originally we thought if this was too big and I couldn't do it this way, I might have to do the long course and give you chemo with it. But we were able to get a really nice plan, and it really wasn't that big. So I was a little worried, like, this is, I don't know the measurement here, it's about 5 centimeters, something like that.
Okay,
so you're right on the edge of what would be amenable to this type of treatment.
Okay.
If it was a little bit bigger, that's why I was like, let me just see how it looks when we do the simulation. I think we should be able to do the shorter course, but if it's big, if it's grown or anything like that, then I might have to do the long course. But I did talk to Dr. Angelino, and he's going to continue the Pembro.
Okay.
So you can continue on that. Because the Pembro and the radiation actually can be synergistic.
Yeah, that's what I remember you were telling me that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information saying out there,
Yeah, so that can help.
Well, I'm really hoping that, we could just continue adding to the good data. So, we have the best margin for the surgery. I can't thank you guys enough for, like I said, even considering the case, as a whole.
Oh, my goodness.
We've had I've had quite a few doctors when this whole thing started that they were just like you're dying, man. Like, that's it.
Yeah, like he was like, yeah, he's not gonna get meaningful.
Yeah, like this is the best we could do is just try to like medicate you and just hope that you ride off into the sunset type of deal. So,
sorry.
you know, going from that to, you know, there's, you know, a chance to live a life cancer free, you know, that's very exciting. So.
You're young, you're otherwise healthy. We try to like pull out all the stops.
I'm really hanging on to that, you know, young and otherwise healthy. That's, you know, every time I hear it, it's like, you know, I try to put that one in my pocket, you know.
Well, you know, we do try to be as aggressive as possible and within reason, obviously.
Well, we are out of treatment. Gotta go get some gift wrapping paper. I'll probably post a video of what the doctor said. She's kind of running us through, you know, what my scans look like, where the tumor was, just things of that sort. I feel a lot better. I don't feel I don't feel awful right now. She did say that the side effects will increase as the treatments go on. You know, I've been through a lot. We've been through a lot. So hopefully it's nothing that we haven't experienced before. And if it's anything less, then I'm sure we'll be able to deal with it. So let me watch where I'm going. I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Later. Little concert for us on the way home.
What?
I was saying it's a little concert for us on the way home.
Yeah.
Well, we made it home. On the way home from the first treatment, I started getting pain, like where the mass was. I'm not sure if that was maybe the way I was sitting or something. And then it was like accompanied by some nausea. So I had my wife stand guard while I was just basically in and out of sleep on the way home. Appetite's normal. The wife, Sam, she made me the most fantastic tuna melt sandwich, so that was a good pick-me-up. Well, it's gonna put me to sleep now because she's got a televisit appointment coming up now in a couple of minutes, so I guess we're gonna switch places. First thoughts on radiation. It's very uncomfortable. I have to go back again tomorrow and then again on Friday. There's people that do it 5 days a week for extended periods of time, and you know, this is going to be a bit of a test. Obviously, I have my immunotherapy session coming next week. I got to get my COVID test before then. Snowstorm coming, Christmas. Like it's just like it's gonna be hectic, as to say the least. I basically I'm taking what the doctor said to heart. You know, I'm expecting that it's gonna get a little bit more exhausting as the treatments wear on. You know, but I just wanted to make a video of, I guess, our first experience with this radiation thing. I know a lot of people go online, they research, and I guess I don't really have anything else to offer in terms of what you can expect. Like I said, I mean, when I got there, it was pretty quick. Signed in, went to the back, got changed, jumped right on the machine. It was already pre-molded. They went over the areas where they, you know, I think in the video I'll show you where they put the crosshairs on me as if they're gonna shoot me out. You know, you lay down on this machine and all sorts of gizmos and contraptions and robot arms and stuff, they start popping up out of your, you know, like your field of view. And so I chose to just keep my eyes closed for the majority of it. Didn't want to see what was happening. Just wanted to stay in my own happy it's not like it's a scary sight, you know, but I was already feeling like overwhelmed going into treatment, so keeping my eyes closed was just my way of kind of like just protecting my own sanity. This has been a very long, I mean, and it's only been a little over a year and a half, but it has been a grueling year and a half, from when I was first diagnosed to all the hospital visits that happened afterwards, to the news, you know, for them breaking the news that chemo had failed and that this secondary tumor was just as threatening, if not posed a greater risk than the first one. You know, having to spend Christmas in the hospital, New Year's,
My birthday.
my wife's birthday. We were home for that. We
No,
can't.
that was the worst day when they decided to wean you.
That's right. You know, it just was a lot. You know, waiting for the immunotherapy approval, having the insurance deny that, asking for treatment. You know, it's just a lot. And now I'm happy that we're going, you know, like, it's a bittersweet thing. I'm happy that they're going to be able to go in and cut this whole thing out, but I'm also very nervous, you know, because once they go in, what else are they going to be able to take out, you know, after this? So I'm crossing my fingers and, you know, hoping that everything goes well. This was my video. Take it for whatever you wish. Leave a comment, whatever you guys think. If you guys have any questions you want me to answer.